So what do you need? We provide basically everything you need to get on the water. In addition to having all the boats and all the ancillary gear, we have all the PFDs, we've got harnesses for the trapeze. You do need a wetsuit. It's required for 3 of the fleets. If you're sailing, windsurfing, or kayaking, there's a probability that you'll spend some time in the water. And if you go into the water, you'll probably be in there for a while, particularly if you don't flip the cats every day. It takes a while to get them righted. Kayaking, depending on how often you practice your self-rescue, you could be in there for a while. And once you go to the Jericho Safety Seminar, you'll be a convert. You'll wear your wetsuit all the time. The rowing fleet, we don't wear wetsuits because you can't row in a wetsuit, but we can get back into the boat and rowing again in under 15 seconds. And don't go too far from shore. So a wetsuit, if you don't have one, look for one. You don't have to spend a lot of money in a wetsuit. The nice thing about them is that they're full of holes, they still work. So old wetsuits are a bargain. I think there's lots of other stuff, gloves, booties, things like that.
I have a question. Does it have to be a long wetsuit or a short wetsuit?
It depends on the conditions. If I was going to fall in today, I'd prefer to be in a long wetsuit. In the middle of the summer, short wetsuit's dandy. It's really just, how hard's the wind blowing, what's the air temperature, what's the water temperature, how long am I going to spend in the water. You look seriously at it, you're pragmatic about your skills and the weather, and you govern yourself accordingly. Sometimes, not a bad idea to have a hood, booties, wetsuit, gloves, the whole bit. And sometimes you look and decide, I don't even want to go out there. When you find yourself breaking ice off the equipment in order to launch, maybe not. So, timing. What do we do from your cost? So you have to join Jericho. Everybody who's a member of Locarno is also a member of the Jericho Sailing Center, and that's $75. It's not an option. They provide this whole facility. We're a tenant. We rent space for the boats and the club room and things, but you have to join. So there's $75 or $103, I think, if you want to join with your whole family. So then you join Locarno, $185, and then you pick your fleets. And there's a membership fee for each fleet's around $100. And if you join any of the other fleets, kayaking's free. We throw it in. Otherwise, kayaking's $20. And then you pick your lessons. So do a realistic assessment of your skills. If you think you're a good sailor, but you've never actually been out in a sailboat, you probably want to take the sailing lessons. Same with windsurfing. If you did it like I did a couple times in the late 70s, not a bad idea to take the full lessons. If you're familiar with the skills and you're familiar with the craft, maybe all you need is a checkout. So be honest about your skills. If you've already got them, we'll check you out and we'll say, yeah, you're good to go in the Taser fleet, or you're good to go in the windsurfing fleet for low winds, or if you haven't rowed before, chances are you'll need a lesson because it's not like anything else. Kayaking, you got to take the lesson. So do a good self-assessment, figure out what lessons you need, sign up for those, and you can schedule them today. So my advice is get them done early so you can get out in the water as quick as you can. Some people, sign up now and then they come back in June or July for lessons. That they really want to just spend the summer months down here. Others, come on, let's go. We have one set of rowing lessons in April, and it'll be full.
Do you have access to lockers or showers?
Yeah, lockers and showers come with your Jericho membership. The showers, your little card will open the door, and there's nothing like those Jericho showers after a cold dunking in the ocean. Lockers, there's limited availability. They're pretty popular. But my experience, I signed up for one in, I think, late May or early June last year, and there's still 6 or 7 to choose from. Question?
Can you join up for Club Locarno and then change fleets?
Oh, sure. Yeah, now we don't refund money, so once you're into a fleet, in a rare cases we'll exchange a fleet. Like if you start out rowing and you decide it's the daftest thing you've ever done, or you're just no good at it, you keep pinching your thumbs between the oars, we'll contemplate a switch from one fleet to the other. But yeah, we can add fleets and change things in the middle of the season.
Can you sign up for fleets at any time?
Yep. There's some risk. I mean, you could join sailing in August, but there are no more lessons available. There's always that risk. If you've got the skills, it's easy to get in. We've got a lot of flexibility. We'll try to accommodate you, but the lessons typically are earlier in the season. If you want to add a fleet later on and start from fresh, there's always a way to get lessons. You might have to take them through Max Sailing if it's a sailing course. I think our arrangement with Bernard goes all summer, so you don't have to worry about that. The kayaking lessons are very intensive. There's a lot of volunteer effort in that. And after a couple of months of doing a lesson every weekend, the volunteers start to get a little fatigued. So it's better to get your kayaking lessons in early as well. Rowers, of course, are tireless. We'll just go all year, teach you anything. Okay, we're ready.